Alright, so first up we have a game by Jonnx as Ezreal. It's a normal blind, you can tell from Fiora top lane replays, but it should still be interesting to watch. As far as lanes go, we have Fiora versus Fiora with the same summoners, and assuming they're the same normally, though they should be the same skill, so this matchup will really depend on rune pages and a bit of luck. Having said that, come later game, Morgana's Black Shield provides much more utility to the enemy team's Fiora than Jonnx's. Mid lane is Morgana versus LeBlanc. Typically Morgana is a very hard LeBlanc counter with her Black Shield and the ability to stun if Morgana comes in with the W. Morgana comes in with W, LeBlanc comes in with the W. However, it is a normal game, you can tell, but LeBlanc is running teleport, which helps for surprise ganks, but you need the ignite really for the early game to burst someone down. So I'd expect Morgana to win mid lane. Jungle? Oh yeah, you must excuse me by the way, I'm ill, so I'm going to be coughing this whole recording. Udyr versus Trundle. Udyr has some of the quickest clear speeds, and very solid ganks with bear stance. Trundle on the other hand is much more rounded character, probably a stronger mid to late game, and is also a great Udyr counter at that point with his ultimate and rapid bite. Bottom lane is Ashe Sona versus Ezreal Lux. Ashe Sona has a very strong level 1 burst, and from level 6 onwards offers a huge amount of utility with the arrow and Sona's ultimate, whose name I forget. However, in lane, I'd expect Ezreal Lux to win. It's a very aggressive lane. Lux goes in for the binding, Ezreal can arcane shift in, attack, mystic shot, attack. And if the trade goes on, if you land your Essence Flock, it's a much underestimated ability to cut the enemy AD's attack speed by 20% at level 1. It's a very standard start. Udyr is going for blue, boots 3 pots, so he's going to be quite keen to gank once he finishes his jungle player. LeBlanc with boots 2 health pots, 1 mana potion. This doesn't strike me as the best choice. LeBlanc is really...
30 seconds
she has to be... Well, she's very poor farming in lane, firstly. I'd expect to take quite a lot of damage from Morgana. She needs all the health she can get. And secondly, as LeBlanc, you shouldn't really be casting many spells before levels 4, 5 or 6, where your burst really gets up. And so the mana potion seems a bit redundant. Top lane, Fiora, cloth 5. It's a very safe start. She's going against, well, yeah, an enemy of Fiora cloth 5. Neither of them really want to die, because they know the first death will snowball the lane.
Minions have spawned.
Ezreal with boots 3 pots, I'm really dumb, which is standard for an early support, and Lux with a quite standard support start. Versus Ashe with the Doran's Blade, she's with Sona, so she has that early health advantage and the attack damage and the lifesteal. I'd expect Ezreal shouldn't want to trade with her. And finally we have Trundle starting Vampiric Scepter. It's a very utility based start, you don't waste any money on potions. Having said that, Udyr, if he was smart here, he'd go counter jungle. Trundle's red, he's not in a very good position to fight. Bottom lane, Ashe very low, actually it's a good early play by Ezreal. Especially versus level 1 Ashe, it's quite surprising. He is being pushed to his turret though, and Ashe will hit level 2 first. Oh, unlucky. Blew both summoners though. Ezreal, when he heals up, he has to get in there before Sona can heal Ashe up in turn, but he should be able to go for an early kill here. It's worth bearing in mind that kills are not as important as minion waves. 2 minion waves at best is equal to a kill. Well, at worst is equal to a kill that way around. But forcing your opponent out of lane, denying them the experience and the gold, is a very good way to get ahead. And you can really snowball that advantage as it goes on. Top lane, very slight advantage to our team's Fiora, but it's not really worth mentioning. Middle, Morgana is farming worse. And something severely wrong here, but hopefully that, well, the advantage should equal out later on. Ezreal's being pushed to his turret here, which isn't something you'd expect of such an aggressive lane. It's very difficult to get out there and get the kills if you have to clear this whole distance between your turret and the grass. Ulia wants to go for the gank there, he's just going to go farm golems. Might to get level 4 first, and then get a point in Bear Stance and 2 into Phoenix. Draw up with the damage. Mid lane, Morgana's very scared here, I'm not sure why she should be. She's level 3, she probably won't have Dark Shield yet, but no. It's the first one. It's quite safe. Yeah, both the enemy characters were quite high health. I think Fiora was, judging by her creep line, very overextended, especially for her level. Bottom lane. Lux just wildly firing into the bush. She doesn't do very much damage though. I think Ashe and Sona probably caught on to this and realised that they shouldn't really be very afraid of fighting. Gank on middle. Don't catch LeBlanc. LeBlanc goes in with Ethereal Chains. That's not a good move. She can't finish him. She doesn't have Ignite. I think she blew her Q. Yeah, she's spamming spells in lane. It's not a very good idea. I said that Morgana's got almost no mana as well. Udi comes in for the gank. This should be a kill. Yeah, they're getting stun off. There we go. And top lane. Fiora, well, green Fiora currently has the item advantage. She should really be able to push this through, but she's still very vulnerable to those Trundle ganks. Farm wise, 24 to 14. Oh my word. No, she's getting decimated. She'll be a lower level as well. She can't afford. Yeah, she's running. There we go. Warlock's really exerted his dominance in lane now. He's. What's her name? Acasto's not going to try that again. This is an EU West replay, so there'll be lots of weird names from Germans and people. The standard misinformed tactic. Fiora has demanded a gank from Udin. No matter these on the other side of the map, she's lower level than enemy Fiora, so probably can't get the damage down. Well, LeBlanc's coming in. Ooh. That's it, W and E. Yeah. The advantage is much more even now, especially because Acasto can now clear all these minions, push his way to the turret. What's his health? Yeah, he should be able to farm that up. And the best strategy to counter LeBlanc is when she goes to gank, you just push straight up to her tower. Which Morgana's doing well here, and then she can go back. Bottom lane. Jonnx is getting relatively low mana. He's been in lane the full time, so it's to be expected. 1100. Berserker Screws and a Doran's Blade wouldn't be bad to buy going back. Ashe hasn't gone back either. And the relative CS, Ashe on 34, Ezreal on 35. It's very close. Ezreal, if the game goes on, he doesn't buy many Dorans, or any Dorans. Will reach his endgame build faster because Ashe spent 475 gold at the start of the game. But Ashe brings so much utility that really she's much more worthwhile. Cam level even sort of 15, 16. Udi's coming in for the gang. It's not been spotted. Sona's still got a ward to put down. Yeah. He's been seen by the minions. He's wasting his time. And if Trundle was around, it'd be quite a strong counter gang. Top lane, Wriggles versus Cloth Boot. They really can't trade at the moment. Well, Acasto can't afford to trade, Willows would love to. LeBlanc has found Trundle doing their blue. That should be a damage. That should be a kill from Morgana there. Yeah. Save blue there, it's probably worth it. Morgana will still get her team's blue. But it means that Trundle can't afford to spam his spells so much. Clear the jungle quicker, gank faster. Trundle's not very blue dependent, but oh my word, Udyr. He doesn't have a ward, but oh he does. He should be much more careful about that. He knew that Morgana was there. He hadn't seen her come back to lane. One lane Ezreal's run back. Yeah, he's bought Berserker Screws Dorans. And a few health potions. Given Lux is still in lane, I might have been wise to buy a ward. But, no matter. Ashe hasn't left yet. Means if Ezreal comes back, he goes for the full-on fight. Well, Ashe is level 6, he won't win. Unless, of course, the Arcane shifts out of the arrow, which would be a good play. But this would be a great time to force her back and make up on the farm he's missing. Mid lane, LeBlanc's got good early items actually. Sorcerer's Boots and Blasting Wand. She should be up to 30 magic resist. Which means that any character not running mana glyphs or something will... Can't finish it off. Here comes Udit. Oh. Ezreal should have the turret more though. But they're still going to get killed. That was a good play from Udyr actually. Quite lucky, but follow well. Oh, there we go. I never thought about the synergy before actually between the Lux ult and Ezreal's ultimate. And you get a lot of very long distance burst. Especially she's running CV, which provides great utility for that. So if Fiora dies top. Blue team's really going to snowball this advantage now. Apart from mid lane, every other lane is now losing. But the game's only about an eighth of the way through. Just expect to see a lot more. Yeah, maybe closer to a quarter, but...